It is so windy out here. And they said tonight is going to be even worse than before. We have another, I think we had one night of freezing, but it didn't happen. They said it was going to happen. It did not happen. We didn't get the frost. But they said tonight we're going to have frost. I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not. But the garlic is coming out. This is the music. So what I'm going to do is try, I didn't mulch these. Normally I mulch them every year, but the weather was so warm that I did not mulch them. So it's windy, but I'm trying to get so I can get this in before the wind blow most of it away. I'm going to mulch all the garlics. I only saw 2 that came up over here. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to mulch the blue right there. And the other one, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so we got this one done. Still have to protect it because the squirrels are very active, and so are the raccoons. So let me get this one back up and put my stick back in here to keep these guys down. There you go. I also have this temporarily. This is just temporarily. So if anything step on it, it won't go all the way through and do any damage. So let me move to the other one. I'm trying not to spill my whole bag of dust. Of mulch. This is the next one. Oh, look here. Some of the lid came off of this one. I didn't even notice. So I'm going to have to fix that. So as I finish. So let me go ahead and mulch this. Sometimes your idea works and sometimes your idea do not work. I don't see anything coming up in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and mulch it. And hopefully everything is good in there. I'll find out in the spring. And I picked a bad day to do this, but it was the best one because, you know, I'm not here. Most weekends I'm away visiting family and stuff, so, you know, I don't get a chance to do too much. And if I do get back on Sunday, I normally take Sunday. I normally don't do YouTube on Sunday. And I take the whole Sunday off with the family, even when I'm here. And if I go to visit, I don't do it, you know, when I'm there. I just focus on the family. Okay, so there you go. So I'm just gonna do the third one, which is the blue over there in the corner. And these guys are good until spring. All right then, so thanks for watching. See you in my next video. I have to protect this properly before I get distracted. And trust me, it's a lot of distraction out here. Everybody's moving around. They say I'm prepping for Thanksgiving too. Try to get this on. This protects the container. Again, if anything steps on it, it protects my garlic underneath. Okay. Then I have this screen. which I put over, and my stakes that holds it in place. I'm not a lot outside, you know, with the weather change, I'm not outside a lot. With the weather changing, I'm not outside a lot. So there are times I can keep an eye on what's going on here. My stakes got hooked. My stake is hooked. I'm trying to get it out so I can split. So it's stuck in the middle. I need to cut this out. He took the whole thing off. So, let me put this down for a second to fix this. Okay, so I went ahead and changed. I had this cover on here, but you can see it's thin, really fine metal. So I went ahead and swapped it out with this guy because it has more open space. So if I don't get to this back before the spring and the garlic comes up, they'll be able to get through this space a lot better than getting through this space, the thin things. So that's why I went ahead and swapped this out. So no, I don't have to worry about this for the rest of the season until in the spring. And like I said, if I don't get to it in time in the spring, it has enough room to come up. See how wide that metal is? You can see through the net, my netting. It's better right here. There they are. See how wide it is? So it can come up with no problem right here. So this one I'm going to swap this lid out also for this one. Because again, this has a lot of, you know, the holes are wider. The spacing is wider. So if they do come up, they'll come up and the net is fine. They'll come up through the netting. Man, the stuff I go through to protect my garden. The stuff I go through to protect my garden from the squirrels and the raccoons. There you go. I have it hooked so it shouldn't slide off. Okay, so it's hooked, so it shouldn't slide. It should be good, and the slots are big enough for the garlic to pop its head through. So let me get this thing secure back and move on, because I still have to do the blue guy over there. I'm doing this different from the way I had it before, but I'm in a rush, so it's still secure. The main thing is to make sure the net stays in place. There you go. The thing is to make sure the netting stays in place and protects it, and it still has room to do whatever it needs to do. I might put another stake over here to keep this guy down. And stakes is something I don't have a lot of problems. I have tons of stakes. So I'm gonna put this over here too. So on this side to make sure my netting stays in place. And it's hooked at the bottom, so we're good. Now let's go back over here. Do you remember my garlic from 2020? The one I did not harvested. Well, here it is. So you take the lid off. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get anything out of it next year, but I'm gonna try. So my plan now is to, I think these are garlic. I don't think those are weeds. And there was some more, but I guess they died down and they did not come back up this time. So I'm just gonna put some. I was trying to hold the phone with my other hand and I shut it off. So let's keep going with this one, I guess with the other hand. What I'm trying to do is get enough in here, just a light layer. But it's not as small as the other containers. So this is a bigger guy. Just want to give it a little bit of mulch, a little bit of help. If they'll come up, see if it'll make it next year. And again, this was man, these labels are fantastic. First year, I think I actually kept my labels. These were early red Chinook. You pronounce it. And those are from 2020, not 21, 2020. And you see the other videos, you saw I did not harvest them. I didn't have time to harvest them. And they went back down. So here you go. So anyway, I think that's good. Because I'm not trying to, use too much of my mulch on this. Next one is this guy. I'll put this down. Let's see if I can put this on with one hand. I'm gonna need two for this, but I'm gonna try for one. Oh, just get this corner right here. Nope. Sorry about this. I guess I'm trying to put the next one on with one hand. Oh, there you go. So, there. And one thing I'm gonna try to do is find something that's wide enough to go across, because remember something was walking in there too. Well, this is wide enough. I have to figure something out and put something across this to protect it also, because last year I think something was walking in it, and it was the raccoons, because I found that they were using over here and they were using this as a highway, them and the squirrels on the ladder, and they were walking on this stuff, digging through things. So I'm gonna work on that. I gotta work on that, get that in there, something like that. Anyway, I might even have a shorter one. But let's get back to this, because that is my goal for today. Get all my garlic. My goal for today is to get all my garlics mulch. Okay, so this guy right here. And hopefully this one will be a little bit easier to take care of than the others, because this one is bigger. And look here. There's my protection for this. So I don't even have to take, I can take these off, but I don't have to take the trellis off. I don't have to take this off. I will just take one of these guys off. And let me see, I can put it through this, because I really don't want to take this guy off. It takes two hands to do this. So let me get over here and get this. Let me try this first. So I can get it from the top. And if I can, then I'll just leave it like good. Yep, this might take a little bit longer, but it's easier this way than taking that off, because it needs two hands to put this back on. I just tore up my gloves. Oh, that's okay. The part that matters is good. This is so light. I could like take the bag and semi dump the bag. The only problem with that is windy. It's gonna blow all over the place. And I think I end up with more on the ground than I will inside the container. So, and I know I'm doing this the hard way, but long the end results is the same. That's all I care about. And this is another one that I don't have to put too much because it's a big container. I'm just putting a light mulching on top of it. And I think some things I used to mulch it a lot, but all the other times I didn't put, oops, all the other years I did mulch, I mulched my container with straws. I didn't put that much mulch, just a couple of inches, and it was they came up. It came up just fine. Yep, the wind, see that? Maybe I can get this done, so the wind is kicking in. I should put a mask on for this thing because it's in my nose. It's all in my nose. I should put a mask on for this. But I guess you could say it was a semi-spur of the moment because I keep thinking about it. And I saw the weather. The guy says, yep, more frost. I said, you know what? I might have got lucky the last time we had one. I don't know if I'm going to get lucky 2 times in a row. So just go outside and get it done. I think that's all I'm going to do because I was going to, as you can see the space between the container, I still have maybe 4 to 5 inches left room, but at the same time I don't want these to blow out if I put so much in it that the wind, I'm gonna make it harder for the wind to blow it out. There you go. I don't even need 2 containers, 2 things on these. I'm just gonna use one because that's all I need is to make sure my little friends don't step in it. So I'm just leave one on here. I had 2, I'm gonna leave one. You have to make sure the top is sealed. So I have this here. I need to seal the top so my little squirrel friends don't sneak in there. This will be harder for the raccoons, but not for the squirrels. So put this back through, all the way through, but in the corner, so it don't do any damage to. Doesn't do any damage to the garlic when they come up in the spring. There enough room is in here. So I don't have to worry about this either. For the spring, enough room for it to come up. There we go. So that's it for this. That's it for mulching my garlics. Garlic 1, garlic 2, garlic 3, and the big guy over here from last year, garlic number 4. That's good. There's 2 more containers floating around. A small container that has garlic in it, and honestly I'm not even sure if I want to mulch them or not. So I have a choice between this and this to put on top of the container. So I'll figure those 2 out later. Right now, the main part was to get it mulch and this mulch. And I'll see what happens afterwards. My next thing is, I just realized something. Let me take this bag of mulch and go over here. Remember this? This is the other garlic. This was November 7th, 2020. This was November 2020. And this is the one I did not harvest. So, I guess I could do a little mulch too, since this one came up, see? And I think it's gonna die back down soon. I just hope it comes back up in the spring. So give me a second, let me get this thing wrapped down so I can put some mulch in it. This is another complicated one that I can't get the thing off unless I cut it off. And honestly, I don't want to cut it off, okay? So I'm just gonna put it over the top. We have a little lull right now, with the wind. So we'll try to get this in before it starts back up. Yes, I know I'm gonna lose some to the wind. So, but it's easier this way than untying all this stuff on here and then tying it back. And it's also getting dark. You believe this? It is great. Somebody passing with their music, so I just hope too much of that is not on here. There you go. That should be enough for this. And I'm not sure how many is gonna come up. I'm not sure how many is gonna come up this year, next year, so I guess time will tell. Yep, music time. Anyway, this is it. Like I said, I'm gonna stop now because somebody's playing their music. And it should be good. Turn it off of here, so this is good. There you go. Okay, so this is my fourth garlic. This is from 2020. The other big guy in the white container is 2020, and the blue on the other two is 2021. And I'm sure you're gonna get updates in the spring, but I think this is it for the update for the winter on the garlics. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. See you on my next video. Take care.